Okay, I think I'm live. I'm trying to figure this out because I've actually never gone live, especially on YouTube. First time, especially for this channel. So I'm probably going to have this replay of this. I have not been on this channel in a very, very, very long time. And I haven't been posting, so I'm very sorry. But I'm thinking of getting back to uploading some videos. But before I do that, hi, Betty. Thank you for joining me. I'm hoping more people will come. I've never, ever done this. So I thought, why not? Let's just do it. I'm just going to give it a try. So the reason why, I'm just going to get into this, and whoever wants to see this later, that would be great, because I will probably be asking the same questions that need to be answered. And hopefully that will help. So basically, I'm going to be asking questions. And the goal for this is I want to do something that's unique, of not too extremely unique that it makes no sense, but something that's different and unique and original and that meets your needs, but also represents me. So the coloring book industry, obviously this is all about coloring, and coloring books has really evolved over time. And I do have a lot of my own coloring books, but what I started, I don't have the book. I don't have my first horse book, but I did start with horse coloring books back in 2016. And this is not the one, because this is Midnight Edition. But if anyone bought this book, bought the original Amazing World of Horses, they'll recognize this horse. And actually right now the cover was updated and it's a white cover, but it has the same horse. And this, well, this is the Midnight Edition. So it doesn't have the black in it. But the reason I started with this is because I love horses. I've always loved horses, and it was one of the things that I started drawing at the age of 3. So I thought, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of horse lovers out there. And so I did that. And I did a volume 2, volume 3, volume 4. And if you want to check it out, I'll probably put some links in the description somewhere eventually. But things have evolved. During that time, everyone was into really intricate coloring books that were hard, and that was the whole point of coloring books. That was, you know, being adult coloring books, that it's actually more challenging and more difficult. And now this is going on for what, a year or two? The bold and easy, cute and cozy coloring books are the trend. I'm sure there's still a lot of people who don't like that or want more challenging coloring pages. I know that actually, because I do see a lot of people talking about that, but a lot of people have been moving into this, the cute, cozy, bold, easy. Those are two different trends, but they're kind of the same, because they're very, very, very simple. And I do appreciate it, because I do see so many colorists being very creative with their coloring. Just amazing. I mean, amazing coloring. I love it. Like, it's actually beautiful. But I don't want to do that. I do want to show you examples of, let me just get, because I do have all these pages. Also, I just wanted to, hi, Janice. And whoever, if you're on, can you type in where you're from? I'm just curious to know where you're from, or where you're tuning in from. Let's see. Let's do, because I did promise I would show you some sketches. So I'm kind of giving away pages that are not even published yet. Can I close this? I don't know what that is. Okay. You don't like the AI coloring books? Yeah, I don't. Oh, thank you. Georgia. Betty's from Georgia. Well, that's actually really close. I'm in Florida, enjoying the weather. Today's actually kind of cold. I think it's in the 70s, 60s right now. I mean, it's colder than it usually is. But so I was talking about the bold and easy. I just wanted to know, are you guys that are actually here, are you into that bold and easy, simple, cozy, those cute, cozy, mostly animals? And I know the whole girl moments and, it started moving into actually coloring very simplified people, characters. Do you like that stuff? Is it more less intimidating than the more intricate coloring books? I really don't think that really, really intricate ones are that popular or that people actually desire them. I personally would like more larger spaces to color because you can actually be more creative and, add your own patterns. But if you are on my email list or even on the Facebook page, which I should probably put a link just in case, I did create, oh good, it does show. These are just like quick sketches. I mean, obviously I inked it out, but quick sketches of something in between that I was thinking of doing, which is fantasy. I do love fantasy. I do love things that are, that you can get really creative with so that you're not stuck doing realistic type coloring. So I did kind of move. These are really, really, really sketchy, but I did start thinking about doing like fairies and stuff. So not sure if you could see that, but I'm okay. This way. Yeah, I was just thinking of doing stuff that's like, what's it called? Like accidents about to happen. I'm not sure how to hold it. But still simple. Okay. Still simple and still cute, but with a little bit more detail. Maybe not like the dotted eyes kind of thing. Something where you could actually, create more depth to it, but still not too intricate. Something like this. Okay, so that is some of the sketches for that I was thinking. It's not finalized yet. Here's another one that I kind of like this one. Yeah, like that. So it's not finalized yet, obviously, because I'm not going to do it if it's not something that a lot of people will enjoy doing. So the whole point is I want to create books that you would absolutely enjoy. So I will need some feedback. The examples that I was thinking of also going into, well, this is the very last book. This is the very last page that I actually colored. If you're on TikTok, there we go. See how the actual coloring, and I think I did a live, but I didn't post it, coloring this. So what I did do is I remember back in the day, we used to always use gel pens and colored pencils. And then when this whole bold and easy thing came out and people started using alcohol markers and Ohuhu markers, I went and bought a set 320 set of Ohuhu markers. So I was able to, play around with that on this book, which is the adult and teen book with cute animals, which I could also leave on. So there is that. And the latest one, not the latest one, but this is one I was working on last month, which I've been working on so much. And a very big thing because I'm kind of actually indecisive now. So I do have to focus on it. But back to horses. Thank you so much, the horses and cats. Thank you so much. Yeah, I love the gypsy horses too. Well, speaking of horses, so I'm going back to my passion and my basics, which was the adult coloring book of horses, because most of the people who actually started with me, and probably are a lot of followers on Facebook, are horse lovers. And I think a lot of them over time, I realized, actually own horses, which I thought is amazing. But I can only do so many horses and so many positions and so many patterns. So The ones that I did try were kind of a mixture of, hold it up, kind of a mixture of the bold and easy. Oh, I do not know how to get the angle. Okay. bold, bold and easy, kind of, this is definitely not cute and cozy furry, but it's a little bit easier. It's more simple. But you can, that way you can add your own patterns. The lines are thicker, so it's less intimidating than having the thinner, the more intricate designs, even though I know a lot of people would like the intricate designs. So I know it's just preference. And I know just as many people there are out there that love coloring, there's going to be just as many opinions. But there should be an overall something that we all deal with and struggle with. Oh, sorry. So this is another one. And if you bought the books, Janice, if you have the book, you'll probably recognize which one this is modeled after. So these are actually modeled after the same horses that are in the original books, but with a more simplified pattern. So I wanted to also know, would that be of interest? Would you like to create books that, books of horses, but in a more simplified version, like a more simple version with less intricate designs? Can I do those in a coloring book? You mean which ones? Do you mean doing the Frisian and the Gypsy? I do need my glasses. Banner horses. Is that what you mean? If I could do those in the coloring book? I think I do have. I think in the Enchanted World of Horses, I do have some of those Gypsy banner horses. I think I have some in almost every book. Maybe not the first one, but the other ones, the Enchanted and the Magical World of Horses, have those similar type of horses. This is a little bit of an idea of that. If you have the book, you would recognize this one where it came from. Very similar, but with less intricacy. And that one also is one that's in there. So actually, all of these I've just redone, but with different styles. That gives you more room to be creative. So you colored a wild horse called Blue Zeus. Did you name it Blue Zeus? Oh, a famous wild horse. The book that I have, I guess it looked familiar. Well, did you want to have a look? Okay, I'm just going to go through these kind of quickly. These are just preliminary drawings. Sorry, I cannot get this reflection. This I would have a lot of work on this one, so it wouldn't really even look like that. I'd be working a little bit on the hair, but so if I were to focus on one book, what would you prefer? Would you prefer, because the two that I'm actually working on is the fairies one, which is it's going to be more of this style, but obviously it's going to have a background and stuff happening, it's like forest, trees, there's other stuff. It's just the character. Or the horses. I can find the one I like for inspiration. Because this is actually one of my favorite horses. Just generally, it's one of my favorite horses, even in the original intricate book. So would you prefer a fairy, or would you prefer the horses? And if the horses, would you like more of the old style, or would you like this new, more simple style? So basically that's it. I just really want to move away from this whole bold and easy and the cozy book. I really don't want to go into that trend because I feel like it's not really me. I will do it if that's something everyone wants and likes, but I would like to create something for you that is that's really from me, like that I actually really enjoy. And I mean, I won't do it if you don't enjoy it, obviously, but something that I can do with a passion. I have done some for Christmas and the patterns book, because I do have a patterns book. So I have some Christmas ones that I did follow with that style. Here are my colored ones. I think I did actually post these in, I posted these in a TikTok. But they are pretty simple. But it gives you room to, you know, add your own, add your own, add your own designs and decoration. Do colorists ever get together and talk about what sells? People who color? I don't know. I don't think so. So, okay, Janice, thank you for helping me out. So I know you love horses, and Betty, that you love horses. Okay, so I would say that a lot of what gets us together, brings us together, are the horses. And that's very, it's not very narrow, but I think it's just a lot of people that really appreciate horses and just their beauty. And that's what really got me into it, is because there is obviously equine art. People are just obsessed with horses, with horse paintings. My husband actually paints horses. He was not as passionate, but he just loves painting. He's passionate about horses. Like, I just want to be around them. But yeah, so I guess we both create a lot of horses. What I wanted to know, so I would say the theme is the horses, right? So the theme that we could kind of give a try. I'm also going to be posting this and probably be posting all these questions later, maybe like as a questionnaire or something, or put it in the email. I haven't figured it out, but I'll do that. I'll probably do that today. So I'm going to be asking these questions. What are your preferences theme-wise? What are your preferences for the theme? Like generally a theme, because if I do horses, I can still continue to do like more and more horses. Like especially if I'm doing a new style. So would it be horses? Would it be fantasy? Would it be fantasy with like fairies? Because not everybody likes coloring skin. I know that some people get intimidated. No, actually, it's not even that hard, especially if you're using the alcohol markers. And there's so many colors that are very close to skin. So, and if you are, I can also create a lot of videos on coloring skin. But there's that. There's also the idea of making something that's funny. There's also the idea of making something that is a story. Would it matter? Would you enjoy like a story throughout the book? Hi, Cindy. Yeah, I do actually have a website, and I probably should just post that too. But I don't really share it that much. I don't promote it that much because I really focus on the books on Amazon. But yeah, I will do that. Hi, Janice. That is what artists like. Marjorie, yeah. Okay. Marjorie, Sarant, and Jennifer stay on Coloring Bliss too. What do I enjoy drawing the most? The most? Horses. But I can't do that if there's not enough people. So, I mean, I love drawing that the most, but I could draw other stuff. Obviously, I could draw anything that you want to. You know what? I can see so much better. I can see the screen so much better. Okay. I need to use this when I'm coloring too, because I can't even see the details when I'm coloring. And they're just reading glasses. But yeah, I actually got kicked out of Etsy like 2 years ago. So I don't like them very much. So you like stories? Okay. I could definitely think about that. Okay, yeah. So I just shared that. Maybe I'll just share the horse ones more. Actually, so when it comes to the animals and fancy, there's also animals, like just animals. But for animals, I do like the more fantasy hybrid type animals. These are already in the book. I was thinking of updating it, making the lines a bit thicker because people are preferring the thicker lines. So I don't know if you would like them thicker. They already have so much space in it. Like this is all just, I'm pointing. This is all just space that you could put in your own design. I just tried to make a scale texture with it. And obviously you could add like patterns on the head. You can do all that kind of stuff. So it gives you more freedom. So there's no like intricate design. But this is the horse. I think if you're not here, if you weren't here earlier, that I shared that the originally came from the original horse books. So I took them as my inspiration, and I made a more simplified version of it. That way, you can either do it simplified or you can add your own patterns to it. Put flowers, put whatever designs and patterns you want. Let's see. How intricate do I like to draw? I actually don't mind drawing intricate. I mean, for me, if I don't draw intricate and I were to color this, I would just add my own intricate patterns and stuff. So if I don't draw it, I will end up coloring, like I'll just do it. So I just wouldn't do what I would normally like to do. So I'd give it to you with space. But if I were to do, yeah, it doesn't matter. I would like to make it intricate, a final intricate. Oh, thank you. Okay. Marjorie's Sarant pictures are complex, but she has simple ones too. Oh, good. Do you like the fantasy hybrids? Thank you. I really like them too. I actually really enjoy them. I don't know if there's enough people out there that actually, or maybe not giving me any feedback on if people are actually enjoying those, because I don't see very many of those. Sorry about that. I think I just froze. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying because I was watching it freeze. Yeah. So I would like to know. I would actually be encouraged to do the hybrid ones more too. But I would just need more feedback on people who actually like to do this. The ones that I find on Amazon that have fantasy, most of them are AI. A lot of the ones that show up, I mean, really bad AI. Like, I'm not saying AI is bad, but like some of these are just really bad AI. I don't know if you guys have seen them or experienced them. Like, have you actually bought a book with AI? Like, I'm not saying it's bad, but the people who publish them don't work on them, try to fix it up and stuff. So You're saying at your age they're hard to color. Are you talking about the AI or the intricate ones? Yeah, no, I used to sell on Etsy, but they closed my account, which I know I'm not the only one. Lots and lots of people had their account closed and banned, and yeah, they're messed up in AI. So basically, I'm competing with that. But for some reason, in the end, people are getting. Maybe they find out later, but they end up getting the AI books. So I don't like adding that much detail because they have so much detail in them. Like I don't want so much detail. Obviously, that because it's AI, and I'm not going to add that much detail. Uh, oh, thank you, Cindy. So, okay, I want to vote just from you guys. Um, would you prefer the fantasy if you had to choose, or would you prefer the simplified horses? Because those are actually the two that I'm not really working on the fantasy one, but one I'm considering redoing. Would you consider the horses or the fantasy? And also the fantasy with fairies. I gotta show it to you again. Um, not this, not this as a page, but that as a character. I also have that horse. Let me see. Here, now it's getting all messed up here. Here's one I probably didn't show. So this is like no, I did show this. I did show that. I actually don't have that many sketched out. Okay, this is for cat lovers. It's like a little fairy on her computer, and her cat is sleeping on her laptop. But so there's that fantasy too. So horses, but others might like something different. Yeah, I know, but I do value your opinion because there's a lot of people who are going to think the same way as you. I don't want it to be what I prefer because I am pretty flexible. I could do either way. I could do a lot of stuff. I could create a new style. But I don't even want to create a new style unless I know that it's something that, you would actually enjoy. So, okay, thank you. Okay. So, anyways, I'm probably going to be, you know what? Maybe I should just like put samples of them in the questionnaire thing, and then I'll be asking these questions. So, I'm going to be asking the theme, the style, how easy, how intricate. I mean, you might actually like doing all of them, but I'm talking about like your absolute favorite, your passion. Like you would, if you can only color like one book or one page, what would it be? If it should have a story, if it should be funny. Also, I want to know, what do you do with your finished work? Thank you so much, Cindy. I don't work for a publisher. I just Dover actually called me back in 2017, and they wanted to publish. I think it was my horse book. They wanted to publish my book, but when I was weighing out how much Amazon was paying me and how much Dover was going to pay me, like they were going to pay me pennies, and I thought, why would I do that? So I decided I'm going to continue with the self-publishing. You take it and frame it. Yeah, I think a lot of people do that. And I think people just like to finish their book and just have it finished and look at it later. I'm not going to ask you about paper quality because that is totally out of my hands. I have tried one time with created a compilation of the horses, a horse coloring book on very, very thick art paper. And I only did a small amount, I don't know, like a couple hundred of them. Obviously, they all sold, but it also took time and it's very expensive. So I had to sell it at a high price. And I can't do that. Like, I mean, it just like, it would have to be, especially for that one, it was like over $20 because it was really thick paper, but it's nice. Obviously it's nice. You could use watercolor. You could do a lot of stuff, but, yeah, I really wish I could do that. If I ever find a way to create a book that is cost efficient with different paper than Amazon's paper, I will definitely do that. I have a question, and I'll be asking this also. I'm going to ask this in the questionnaire, but what would you have? I know this is kind of vague. What would you have different in a coloring book if you get to choose? If you get to choose anything you want to do in a cut, like if you could change something in your coloring book, what would it be? She was going to throw away her art. Yeah, that's such a good idea, just to save it for your kids. I also try to spend time coloring, especially with my daughter. Obviously, my son is not going to want to. I mean, he just won't. But my daughter loves to do artwork, so even just spending time with her coloring, or both of you coloring the same book, it's great quality time. And I would do anything to get her off her phone. So, what would you do different? What would you have different in your coloring book, or even in your next coloring book? What would you wish it had that would just make your life easier, make coloring easier? Now, yeah, the spiral bound is not an option. I think they were going to start making it an option sometime in the future, but it's not an option yet. One of my books has spiral bound, but that's because somebody asked me if they could take my books and make them spiral bound and then sell them on Amazon. Oh, you never color in a color? How do you copy the pictures onto cardstock? Like, do you scan it? Okay, so yeah, you print it, but you scan it and then you print it. Well, obviously, if I sell them as PDFs, that would make it easier. Okay. I do have ebooks and PDFs of my books on the site. So I'm just gotta create a note for myself. So I'll just put the link in the description or somewhere, and I'll send it also in email, so you could look at the downloadable books. I still haven't added all the books, so they're not all downloadable yet, but eventually I should do that. Yeah. Okay, so I know that some of the questions might require some time to really think about, but yeah, I just wanted to know. Well, I also wanted to know one thing from you guys. Have you tried that bold and easy or / cute and cozy style? Hygge style, if that's how you say it. I'm not even sure how you pronounce it. The HYGGE style. So I don't think you guys, nobody tried the bold and easy style coloring books. Okay, so I guess most of the people that follow me have been doing this for a long time before the Bold and Easy came out. Okay, you guys have tried them and they're really fun after a hard day. Okay, so there is definitely a time and preference for the Bold and Easy. You got one from Chris for Christmas, and you really like it. Thank you. Okay. So I feel like I'm getting kind of like a mixture of definitely moving away from more intricate to more simple, right? I just don't want to create something that is very, very similar to the books that are out there because I've noticed, and somebody, I don't remember who was sharing this, um, but they had like, I think it was like top 100 books, and all of the Bold and Easy books and the cute and cozy books, they're from different people. So like different artists, but they all had almost the same pages inside, like almost replicas inside. And I don't want to do that. I definitely don't want to. I don't want to create anything that's similar. I want to create something that's absolutely different, but it's also very, very risky. And um, I could do that, and nobody would like it. So I don't want to be. I don't want to get too risky. Wow, 200 books. Yeah, I like animals too. I actually prefer animals than people. Well, um, I think, yeah, I think it gave me a little bit of an idea, but I will send out. Um, yeah, AI artists make the same thing. Well, I know they're done by different artists. I know they're not AI, the ones that are similar, but they're so simple and easy. It's really not that hard for. It's not really hard to even hire someone to do it. And they're, like obviously like Coco Wyo and Coloring Book Cafe. I mean, those are the like top ones. And the Lotus something, I can't remember, but they all, like those two, the top two, they just hire a whole bunch of artists to do their books. So first of all, they can get a lot of books out quickly, and maybe they just copy off each other because they're exactly the same. And the other books that are created that are trying to piggyback off of that, they're all the same. Ocean theme. I actually do have an ocean theme book that I tried. That's very simple. It's a simple book. So yeah, does it, I'm thinking we're, yeah. I mean, it's almost going up to 40 minutes. Do you have any questions before we go? Um, oh, you mean like the publishing brands like Kakawayo, that they, you can tell that they're a bunch of, you can tell that they're different artists. I mean, not obviously their earlier books are completely different style, but like lately they've only been doing the cozy books, so they all seem like the same style. But yeah, I mean, they could be different artists. So none of you guys have, do any of you have Coco Wild books? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, cozy books for younger people. Younger, you mean like younger, like in their 20s, younger, not kids. No, I don't have. Okay, so you guys don't have her. I don't think it's a her. I think it's just a group of people. But yeah, um, yeah, I feel like you guys would appreciate a little bit more intricacy. 86. Wow. You're 86 young. uh, stress relief one. Which one? You mean the one that has the lion on the cover? Um, I'm trying to figure out. You say we play with it as a family. I'm trying to figure out what is that referring to. Yeah, it's great. I feel like there's so much. It's not just about the cognitive skills, but just that creativity. And I think if a coloring book can uh, trigger you to be creative, which that could happen because I see people being creative with the really simple cozy books, but I think with just like with any art, when you create art, like you're in this other zone where there's no more time. Like time just kind of disappears, and you could color probably for like an hour or two, and unless you have a timer, you won't realize that all this time passed. But you're just so focused in the zone and coloring. So it's just one of those things that it's just so good for your mind, and using a part of your brain, like the right side of your brain that you don't normally use, or people, unless they're doing something creative. Yep, helps with their minds. Oh, you play with the Cocowayo books together? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So thank you so much for coming and attending and encouraging me. I think I will probably just make recorded videos. Maybe I'll do a live again. I don't know. But I will post the questions that I want to, the same questions pretty much, but make it in a form that maybe I'll have like multiple choice answers or something. I don't know. To help me figure out what I want to do in March for you guys, because I'm not going to do anything unless I know that you guys are going to like it, appreciate it, and love it. So, all right. Oh, your granddaughter is an artist. That's awesome. All right, guys. Thank you so much. You got to figure out how to end this. And I will talk to you soon. I will send you an email very soon. So have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you, Janice. Thank you. And thank you, Cindy. Thank you so much.